Henry, thanks very much for joining us for day 2 of ONS. How's the show been for you so far?
It's been absolutely fantastic. As a startup here, it's really interesting to see the talks between large industry, large operators, and how they interact with the startup ecosystem. So that's fantastic for us to see.
Good stuff. So for those unfamiliar with Pelagus, quick overview of the company, what you do and where do you operate?
So we are Pelagus. We're the trusted partner for OEMs in the maritime and offshore industry. What we do, we work with OEMs to digitize their spare parts. We source manufacturing partners around the world, enabling them to source spare parts for their legacy portfolios.
Excellent. So in terms of on-demand manufacturing, how is that being received at the moment in the energy sector?
So what we really see in the offshore industry today is a real kind of obsolescence and legacy spare parts have really moved from kind of a background risk to kind of really forefront operational issues for OEMs. We often see that the assets in the offshore industry are running for years, if not decades, past their design lifetime, and the OEMs which support those operators maybe no longer manufacture the parts, they might have changed ownership or exited that portfolio altogether. So really where we see these operators are left with 3 options. They either have to stockpile large volumes of spare parts to meet their needs, they either face long lead times with their OEM providers in order to get these spare parts in the future, or they turn to the grey market. They go for non-genuine spare parts, leaving issues around traceability and quality unknown in their operations. So where we see on-demand manufacturing really benefiting the industry is a 4th option. So our digital spare parts, they replace those physical inventories, and we connect them with a qualified portfolio of manufacturing partners around the world, allowing them to have parts manufactured to the right materials and qualities that meet those OEM standards for their industry.
Excellent. So the key to this is really having that network of OEMs in the right places where the sector requires them. And which regions are you getting the most uptake just now?
So we see a big uptake in European OEMs, especially in the pumps industry. So typically our kind of key portfolio is those parts where there's low volume but high complexity and high criticality in them, and really where those OEMs are struggling to serve the market. It's long lead times, poor service. So that's where you see a real uptake. That's typically kind of valve components, pumps, impellers, etc. Especially areas like pumps where there's a high criticality, there's very expensive when they're down, and currently those large OEMs are struggling to meet the service levels that's needed in this industry. We see real uptake by the OEMs for our services there.
Excellent. So final question then really is, you're a startup company, obviously you're just getting going, so what's the next phase for you? What's the next kind of 2 to 3 years look like?
So we see real adoption by OEMs. We see traction with them. It will become a standard layer of their supply chain rather than a niche offering to the market. It will really complement their current product portfolio by allowing them to continue to service the offshore and maritime industry in the legacy stage of their life cycle. So we really see it becoming a standard offering in the industry.
Perfect. Well, I think it's a fantastic, we hear a lot about this in theory. You've obviously got it into practice now. You've got your network set up. Really good luck. I would like to talk to you again in the future over those next 2 to 3 years to see how you're doing, and good luck with the rest of the week.
Thank you.